Luna and the Secret Library. Once upon a time, in a quiet town where nothing out of the ordinary ever happened, there was a girl named Luna. Luna wasn't like the other children. She was small for her age, with large, curious eyes that seemed to always be searching for something more. While other kids spent their time playing games, Luna could usually be found with her nose buried in a book. Books were her world, her escape, and her friends. But Luna's family didn't quite understand her love for reading. Her parents were practical people who believed in hard work, not silly stories. They often told her that reading was a waste of time and that she should focus on real things instead. So, Luna kept her love of reading a secret, hiding books under her bed and reading them late into the night by flashlight. One day, while exploring an old part of town she hadn't seen before, Luna noticed a building she had never seen before. It was a small, ancient-looking library, tucked between two larger buildings, almost as if it didn't want to be noticed. Above the door, a sign read, "The Secret Library, for those who seek magic in words." Luna's heart raced with excitement as she pushed open the door. The library was dimly lit, and the shelves were filled with books of every shape and color. But there was something even more magical about this place. The books seemed to shimmer as if they were alive. Luna couldn't believe her eyes. She reached out, picked up a book titled Dreams of Wonder, and began to read. As she read, she noticed something astonishing. The words began to glow, and suddenly, a tiny sparkling figure, like a firefly, floated out of the page. Luna gasped. The tiny figure whispered, "You, Luna, have the power to make words come to life." The creature, which introduced itself as Whisk, became Luna's guide to the library's secrets. For the next few weeks, Luna visited the secret library every day after school. She read book after book, learning new things and meeting new friends within the pages. She learned how to make flowers bloom with a poem, how to summon rain with a haiku, and even how to make paper animals come to life with a story. Luna had never felt happier. But not everyone was thrilled with Luna's adventures. At school, there was a strict headmistress named Miss Cragmore. Miss Cragmore believed that children should spend their time memorizing facts and practicing discipline, not filling their heads with silly stories. She had heard rumors of Luna's strange behavior and grew suspicious. She was determined to find out what Luna was up to. One day, Miss Cragmore followed Luna to the secret library. She burst through the doors, her sharp eyes scanning the shelves with disapproval. "Books are meant for learning facts, not for playing pretend," she barked, making Luna jump. "This nonsense must end." Miss Cragmore declared that she would close down the secret library and ordered Luna to leave. Luna's heart sank. She couldn't bear the thought of losing this magical place, her sanctuary, her world. But Luna wasn't ready to give up. She decided to rally her classmates, telling them about the wonders of the secret library. At first, they were skeptical, but Luna's enthusiasm was contagious. She brought her friends to the library, showing them how to make stories come to life. They were amazed. Soon, the whole class was in on it, creating magic, laughing, and learning in ways they had never experienced before. Miss Cragmore, however, was not amused. She announced that she would be closing the library for good the next morning. Desperate, Luna and her friends came up with a plan. They would show Miss Cragmore the power of imagination. That night, Luna and her classmates stayed in the library, reading stories aloud, bringing characters to life, filling the room with magic. When Miss Cragmore arrived the next morning, she was greeted by a sight she couldn't ignore: talking animals, floating books, and a giant, glowing storybook character standing proudly in the center of the room. "Miss Cragmore," Luna said bravely, "books aren't just for facts. They teach us to dream, to create, and to believe in possibilities." Miss Cragmore watched in amazement as a paper dragon, crafted by one of the students, circled the room and landed gently at her feet. She reached out hesitantly and touched it, feeling the warmth of the paper, the love that had been poured into it. In that moment, something changed in Miss Cragmore. She remembered a time when she, too, had loved stories, when she had believed in magic. She had long since buried that part of herself, but now, Looking at the children and the magic they had created, she felt a spark reignite. Miss Cragmore cleared her throat. "Perhaps. There is room for imagination," she said, almost reluctantly. She looked at Luna and the others. "You may keep the library open. On one condition. You must promise to continue learning as well as dreaming." The children cheered, and Luna hugged Miss Cragmore, who blushed slightly. From that day on, the secret library remained open, a place where children could explore not just the world of facts, but the boundless world of imagination as well. Luna and her friends continued to visit, learning, growing, and dreaming together. And even Miss Cragmore found herself stopping by now and then, rediscovering the magic she had once forgotten. Vocabulary overview for kids. Imagination. The ability to create ideas and stories in your mind. Magical. Something filled with wonder and mystery. Curious. Eager to know or learn something new. Library. A place where books are kept for reading. Sanctuary. A safe and special place. Adventure. An exciting journey or experience. Responsibility. A duty or something important to take care of. Suspicious. When you think something might be wrong or unusual. Determined. Not giving up, even when things are difficult. Ignite. To start something, like an idea or feeling. Luna's story reminds us that imagination can be just as powerful as knowledge, and that sometimes all it takes is a little bravery and kindness to make the world a magical place.